It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Wildfires out west and in Canada continue to choke Washington and Idaho with smoke, triggering air quality alerts through midweek. Meanwhile, frost advisories hit the interior northeast, temperatures dipping into the 30s. Out west, a system moving in brings thunderstorms and flash flood chances from California up through the Cascades and later into the Four Corners. In the southern plains, Oklahoma, Kansas, the Texas Panhandle, severe storms may bring large hail, strong winds, and flash flooding. And in the Florida area, a stalled front means more daily storms and localized flooding through midweek. Closer to home, temperatures are going to run 7 to 10 degrees above normal across the region through the work week. There's a chance for some isolated storms today in the mountains, but most of the state will remain dry. By midweek, Gulf moisture begins working back in, first bringing isolated storms west of the divide tomorrow and Thursday. That moisture then spreads into the Rio Grande Valley by Friday and Saturday. Scattered storms possible in the weekend. Highs cool closer to normal by the weekend as the ridge breaks down. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Tuesday, September 9th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
A shakeup at the Alamogordo Chamber of Commerce. Vice President Danielle Rondales has resigned, blasting the chamber's leadership for ignoring bylaws, lacking transparency, and pushing politics over small business needs. Rondales says the chamber has failed to support the very businesses it claims to represent, instead focusing on political maneuvering and broad agendas. She also raised concerns about conflicts of interest and the executive director's political motivations. Her resignation highlights growing frustration from business leaders.
Well, I know Danielle, and I know the work that she's done since she's been here. I met her a few years back, and I'm just saddened. I'm really surprised and sad to hear that she's no longer in that position and working with the chamber.
Mayor Pro Tem and mayoral candidate Sharon McDonald speaking with KALH. Alamogordo Mayor Susan Payne is blasting the chamber board president Rodney Eaton after the vice president's resignation. Payne says the chamber has abandoned small business and community, leaning too heavily on city funding while failing to deliver results. She echoed acting city manager Dr. Stephanie Hernandez's concerns, stating the chamber is no longer a good use of taxpayer dollars and giving full support to the departing vice president. Alamogordo's long-delayed housing expansion is finally underway with single-family homes, apartment complexes, and military-focused housing in development. A major point of debate is the Patriot Point Apartments, a 114-unit gated townhome project seeking a $21 million federal loan and a 7-year property tax abatement, potentially deferring over $1.1 million in local revenue. Meanwhile, the Sendero Apartments near Holloman Air Force Base offer military-focused housing without local incentives. Team Holloman is home to the Air Force's largest formal MQ-9 training program, providing student pilots, sensor operators, and specialized maintainers with year-round training in ideal desert conditions since 2009. The MQ-9's versatility permits students to operate the aircraft across multiple states, giving them experience in a variety of environments and prepping them for real-world missions. Holloman's program highlights the strength and readiness of U.S. air power while supporting highly skilled military personnel. The Alamogordo City Commission has a regular meeting tonight at 6:30. Commissioners will consider a $12 million loan to build a 6.5-mile water pipeline from Snake Tank Well 5. They'll also vote on a resolution to partner with Otero County, designing a new redevelopment area that includes Patriot Point. The plan could bring rehabilitation projects and a 7-year tax abatement to encourage development. Both these measures do require roll call votes. The County Commission has a meeting on Thursday at 9 a.m. They're going to hear the citizen concerns about off-highway vehicles on county roads and property issues in Alamotero. The agenda also includes votes on declaring several dilapidated properties in La Luz and Alamogordo, approving a redevelopment plan with tax abatements tied to the Patriot Point project, and placing liens for unclaimed desolate services. Commissioners will also consider funding for behavioral health planning mobile crisis response services, new county software, and a plaque honoring Charles Walker at the 16 Springs Fire Department. Coming to the Flickinger Center this Thursday at 7, the Greatest Piano Man celebrates legendary piano players from Little Richard and Ray Charles to Elton John and Billy Joel. The high-energy show features live music, storytelling, and more than 24 hit songs. Tickets are available now for this one-night-only tribute at the Flickinger Center for Performing Arts. FlickingerCenter.com for details and ticket info. The New Mexico Department of Health and NMSU Alamogordo are hosting a free Get Yourself Tested event. That's happening Tuesday, September 16th from 9 until 2 at the NMSU Alamogordo campus. The event will provide free STD testing and resources. This event is funded by the NMDOH Communicable Disease Bureau. Well, today is Tuesday. Time to check in now with Pastor Johnny Walker.
Don't haze them, raise them. As a young man, gathering steam into the later seasons of life, I've come to understand something simple yet profound. If we want to push the envelope, if we want to build a future that reflects our highest hopes, we can't haze the younger generation. We have to raise the younger generations. We have to show them what it means to fight through adversity with dignity, to love their neighbors, not just in word, but in deed, to walk humbly with God, and to understand that reverence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. We have to teach them that hard work isn't just a virtue, it's an investment that pays dividends over time. That accountability isn't punishment, it's the foundation of trust. And that resolve, the ability to stand firm when the winds blow, is what separates fleeting success from lasting impact. Because the measure of our legacy won't be in what we build for ourselves, but in how well we prepare those who come after us to carry the mission forward. We can't haze them. We have to raise them.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big LES news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
51-year-old Jeffrey Smiley of Clovis will spend more than 33 years in state prison after shooting his 7-year-old daughter in the head last summer. Prosecutors say Smiley opened fire on a vehicle carrying his ex-wife and 3 children after learning in court that his divorce was finalized and he could not see his daughter. One bullet struck the girl in the forehead. Doctors say it's a miracle she survived. Smiley was convicted of child abuse, shooting from a vehicle, being a felon with a weapon. He's got to serve at least 25 years before he's eligible for parole. 43-year-old Jeffrey Ramon Diaz of Roswell has pled guilty to making bomb threats against government offices across multiple states. Federal prosecutors say Diaz called in threats to agencies nationwide, even leaving a voicemail for a New Mexico judge, claiming he would blow up the courthouse. Diaz also threatened to set fire to a Donna Ana County court and told the Pennsylvania governor's office he had planted a bomb in the governor's home. Prosecutors say Diaz admitted he never had explosives, but made the threats to cause fear and panic and faces up to 10 years in federal prison. Following up on a story we've been following, Las Cruces police have arrested 18-year-old Apolinar Rosales in connection with the deadly shooting at Salopec Park. Court documents show Rosales is charged with voluntary manslaughter and tampering with evidence after 19-year-old Julia Clark was shot in the head and later died at the University Medical Center in El Paso. Investigators say gunfire broke out after a white Chrysler pulled up on Clark's Jeep. Evidence shows it was Rosales' own gunfire that struck and killed her. A 19-year-old man was also shot in the leg. He survived. Police say at least one suspect remains at large. San Juan County deputies are investigating a fatal hit-and-run. Alex Shirley was found dead in a roadside ditch on September 7th after being struck the day before. Authorities identified 34-year-old Alvin Paul as the driver of the vehicle that struck Shirley. Surveillance video confirmed Paul at the scene, and he later admitted to careless driving. Paul's license had been revoked from a previous DWI, and he had just purchased alcohol before the crash. Now he's facing multiple charges in connection with the death. New Mexico's Democratic Senators Martin Heinrich and Ben Ray Lujan are once again putting illegal aliens ahead of American citizens. They joined more than 40 Senate Democrats in demanding Homeland Security reverse a statement clarifying that DACA recipients are not automatically protected from deportation. Critics note that DACA is an unconstitutional executive action, yet Heinrich and Lujan continue to push protections for those who enter the nation illegally, while New Mexico families face rising crime, a broken health system, and ongoing border security challenges. Former CYFD Secretary Teresa Casados retired Friday after 2 years leading the agency. CYFD has been long criticized for mismanagement and child fatalities. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham praised Casados for her work, including pandemic response and creating a new early childhood department. Critics say the department still lacks effective oversight. Marilyn Beck of the New Mexico Child First Network spoke with KOAT about her concerns.
We need this department stabilized. We need this department to function. Child fatalities do not happen in a functioning department.
I agreed at the front end that we could do more for CYFD and that oversight was a critical component. But to create a program, what they're calling it a program, with subpoena power that can sue state employees, and it's my own lawyer who is suing me, is a constitutional breach.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham there. Acting Secretary Valerie Sandoval now takes over, tasked with bringing stability and transparency, while the new Office of the Child Advocate under HB 5 begins accepting applications through October 31st. New Mexico is set to become the first state in the nation to offer universal no-cost to the parent child care beginning November. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham says the program will eliminate income requirements and family co-pays, potentially saving an average of $12,000 per child annually. The initiative could expand government bureaucracy, requiring thousands of new early childhood workers and millions in state funding for facilities and staff. Supporters argue it strengthens families and the economy, but questions remain about long-term costs and sustainability for taxpayers. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Karl Marx. New Mexico is allowing pharmacists to prescribe and administer COVID-19 vaccines statewide without waiting for federal guidance. Officials say the move expands access for seniors, high-risk residents, and anyone who chooses to be vaccinated. While the change offers convenience and faster availability at pharmacies, experts continue to praise the vaccine's effectiveness for the 2025-26 season. Others question the efficacy. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, that just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 50 matches for New Mexico volleyball today, including Dexter at Capitan, Mesilla Valley Christian at Hatch, Hot Springs comes Cerridoso. 6 games for New Mexico football on Thursday, including New Mexico Military Institute at Chaparral. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 93, low tonight of 68, high tomorrow, 93 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 20% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Mostly clear tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 70, low tonight of 50, high tomorrow, 71 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes this Tuesday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.